Hello, VOD watchers. I'm Xenon Lemon, and today we're gonna do some Danganronpa. That's the plan for today. If you like what you see, drop a follow. If you really like what you see, subscribe. If you want to stay up to date before I go live, check out Discord, Twitter, and other social media for the going live message. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Future Cycle. On with start stuff.
And if you really like what you see, watch the fucking streams.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah. And hey guys, I'm Xenon's fiance.
Okay, I'm gonna run a 3-minute ad while I do all the start stuff because I also forgot. The one thing I forgot was to fix the sound. I only anticipated it when I was about ready to click the thing. I'm like, no, that's gonna make me go deaf. I need to adjust the volume.
I showed the bear to my sister and she loves it. I'm considering maybe I should buy another bear. To as a gift to her. Maybe she would like to. Maybe she will start to be a gumplot.
Oh, I gotta turn back on the emote wall too. I forgot to turn back on the emote wall. Emote wall got turned off because of last night.
Eggplant compression.
Okay, I gotta fix the sound.
Oh, 他要吃什么了?
I found my penis.
The bill just ran. I'll be right back.
Okay, good luck.
Ravioli. Give me the formuloli.
Okay. Oh, did I click on everything already? Okay, everything's been sent out. Okay, let's swap my screen around. Input 1, yeah, input 1, okay. Let me click start.
There they are. There they go. Stapler. Stapler? I heard you know her.
Danganronpa.
I'll get to a quieter part and then I'll wait for the ad to be over before I actually start the dialogue. But I just need to get to the quiet spot. Anywhere but this menu. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Oh wow, we really did end right before it.
Yeah, I mean that's how we went extra just to end right before it.
No, that's fair. I just totally forgot.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Brain was a little out of it last week.
I'll wait until after the ad's over and I'll say why we started late. Okay, hello, we're back from the ad. We started a little bit late because we were, Shrimp showed up a little bit late initially anyway, but then we, chit-chatted for an hour and a half. Because I had, some stuff to talk about with them off stream anyway. But then we, started,
Titties.
Yeah, then we started talking about titties, and then, it snowballed from there to a whole bunch of conversation, and so we're a bit behind today, but we're gonna get going. Okay. Everyone heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. I don't know if we should wait for Roy, but I don't know how long it's gonna take for her to do whatever her thing is. Oh, okay, you're back. Good. Okay. You didn't miss anything. I was should we wait for Roy, or is she gonna take an hour to go grocery shopping? I don't know what she was doing.
I love my eyes scanning the screen, and then just over fucking Cheez-It Hair's shoulder, I see the long tongue.
Why that Celeste haven't died? Didn't die yet?
Cause
she just get caught, right?
Or well, yeah, but don't talk about about the information I gave you.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Also, the class trial is just
Yeah,
about to start.
we're starting the trial now.
Oh, what? Oh, fuck.
But it's gonna be mostly voice acted. And as soon as we were all there...
Someone let out a giant fart.
Oh, this part we still gotta read, because this isn't quite yet.
You have two Monokuma?
I'm sure there's more than 2. He's got, like, a robot army.
Hello,
Oh.
hello.
Hello, hello!
Hello!
Okay, I guess you can be Makoto for a second.
He's multiplied.
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplied. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. He's doing the like sidestep thing.
What?
He's pulling their fucking leg. He's just got to.
No, that's why I have the voice on that
Yeah.
on. I know what's going on. Makoto's a fucking idiot.
Cuckoo. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
What?
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along.
Right, then on. Hold on, I have to find it. I have added something. It is of grave importance and will make Shino fucking furious. That is all.
Yeah.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
I only like to play with myself.
Oyo.
Okay, fine.
Ame Oyo.
Hey!
I keep hearing you where I say oyo, and I keep just thinking of what people do in English with ayo.
No, it's like the equivalent to Aya. So it's just
Ame Oyo.
it's a less dramatic Aya.
Yeah.
Shaw has a different connotation.
Yamate.
Then, if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
It's a pain
Let's
on
go.
my joints because it rattles so much. Okay, then, shall we?
Please!
Zap the brain again. Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet. Two people just died.
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're going to pay for your sins.
That's where you're wrong. I can, in fact, run very fast. I told you already, I didn't do it for serious.
You won't be able to.
believe you.
You won't be able to run if I kick your legs out from under you.
Yeah, but that would make you a murderer.
Not if I don't
Look,
kill
my
you.
legs are broken.
That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note?
Well, no, but...
That means you're the murderer! How unfortunate. Then it was seen we have our culprit.
Culprit.
It says the one with corkscrew hair. Bet you take all day to iron that. Bitch.
She doesn't have enough context about his hair to like do any digs back.
Or I could probably think of something.
Yeah. I mean, they probably don't have the same type of like prejudice against white dreadlocks in Asia that we do here.
I don't think those are really dreadlocks. I think that's... Man got really funky with an outlet at one point. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, then the story can really begin. Let's get fucking moving. I guess I'm still in Makoto.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's right. I have to shit myself. I have to do it. Shit myself. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. Shit myself. For everyone who's still alive. For... My brain keeps just repeating, I have to shit myself. After every fucking line. And for the two that lost their lives. How to shit myself. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is...
In this room.
one of us.
The killer is in
Someone
this
right
room.
here.
It's the
God, you
it's the
couldn't
killer.
look any less
Yeah.
suspicious by staring fucking
Yeah.
directly at me.
It's the killer in the room with you. Show us on the doll where the killer killed you. Okay, are we just gonna go to the elevator, or are we gonna, like, ask people about their opinions?
They're all gonna say we should go on the elevator.
Yeah.
My opinion is that
Hero
Yeah.
did it.
how to say his name? But
Hero.
The hero go crazy. Okay. Hero is the
Here
killer.
go crazy.
Hello, Hugs.
I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly, and then fell down a 500-foot elevator shaft. Monokuma forgot to bring it up. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, we fell 500 feet. The doors closed on their own. I entirely fucked that up so hard that I don't think any of that was words.
It wasn't.
Also, it seems Roy is a Bumblebee supporter.
Oh, she certainly is. Oh, did she
Yeah.
send you her desktop?
Yep.
I'm a huge fan.
I think it's one of the few canon ships.
Yes.
I mean, that image is the canon image of their kid.
Ah,
I've
sweet.
waited this for 10 years.
Yeah, they kissed,
Too
and
bad
then
it's all
then
gone
yeah,
now.
and then like the last episode they kissed, and then they got canceled.
I think they just ran out of
They're
fun.
not so. They're now.
Oh, canceled by corporate. I mean, and that like it got like actually canceled by corporate.
Oh, okay.
And the steel box began to move. It went rumble, rumble, rumble. And my ankles fucking were destroyed because of how much shaking this goddamn elevator does. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down.
You think Aoi has like motion sickness issues, and that's why she's like staring at the
Maybe.
wall?
Or it's just Aoi doesn't comprehend how elevators work. It just thinks if I don't look at it moving, it goes faster. Also, everyone has, like, 3 people here have normal looking hair.
Yeah. Oh, would it be Makoto, Byakuya, and Toko, or what?
Why
No,
all of
go to
my
the-
characters are
yeah, go now,
have crazy hair?
Toko's hair isn't that wild. I just feel like, from what my brain is comprehending, that is a lot of hair to braid.
Yeah, that is a lot of hair to braid.
Like, that is, I think, like, down to the ankles level
Yeah,
hair.
more than what Kyoko or Celeste has.
There was no going back. Because I shit myself. Until we started all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I got Roy with one of them, Zenon.
Yeah.
It worked. Shit's
Just-
human.
One of the whispers I
it.
thought was her,
Okay.
because you whispered it so quietly. I thought maybe she like parroted you, because sometimes she parrots things.
Ding. Ding.
Dinner's ready.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
sure
wanna
how...
pick as my lunch.
Mm.
I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. Well, you see, Makoto, it took the normal amount of fucking time it takes to go down, because it's the same damn distance, Makoto.
You should get pizza buns for lunch. I had it recently. It's so good. I'm gonna buy like 2 to
Right.
3 boxes of pizza buns.
Or you should engage in Western culture and buy
Why?
a big fucking burger.
Oh, I cannot finish that by myself.
Also, she can't eat onions;
Our
they're too
dog.
spicy.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hey!
Yeah.
What?
Which is like
What?
insane to me.
They're not. I would not label onions as spicy.
Onion is spicy, dummy.
No.
You have weird tongue.
Onion is onion.
She has such a time living in Asia that she can't handle onions as spice.
Fucking, and I
Of course
thought my
onion is
mother had
spicy.
like a baby mouth. Apparently Roy has like fucking toddler mouth.
Or cat tongue, I think is what is.
Cat tongue, I guess, is another way, yeah.
I don't eat any
Uh-huh.
which is like spicy thing, like onion, green
you,
onion, garlic.
you truly won't be able to handle
black
some on
pepper.
them.
Yeah.
I'll eat all your spicy food for you. Meanwhile, I eat like Korean spicy noodles for fun.
Said I was
I
making the
don't
joke
eat
that
any
you are
spicy.
spicy.
I know I am spicy, especially
It's just
today. I'm spicy today
Why are you spicy today?
because I'm in a bad mood.
I also Roy is making anyway, but sex jokes aside, I'm not sure that I read this slide. Next slide. The elevator doors slid open. Like my legs on a Thursday night. Opening up into
Hey,
a cruel fate. It's because Thursday night is taco night.
That's a good subversion.
Hello, Monokuma.
Yeah. I'm getting over the subversion you pulled there. That was a good one.
Taco and laxative night. Gotta
I don't
clean
think
out the bowels.
I don't think those legs are closing for a good while, man. Okay.
The bathroom does not recover.
When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you.
Zap Brandy. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? What? What? What? You said what? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial.
Don't rush me, of course. I'm gonna start it. It would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. But actually, stay on tune for this class trial after this commercial break. Have you guys heard of magazines? I've got a magazine to sell you. Look at this beautiful magazine.
Have you heard of Raid Shadow Legends?
Have you heard of Raid Shadow Legends?
Monokuma would be the fucker that advertised Raid Shadow Legends unironically.
Have you guys heard of Raid Shadow Legends, the award-winning mobile game?
Auto Battler.
Auto Battler is coming to you now on PC.
With as much depth and story RPG elements to it of a wet paper bag.
Your favorite characters are here, like Green Orc and like Hot Lady,
Hot
probably.
Titty Lady.
Yeah, Hot Titty Lady.
And special guest appearances from Skeleton Man.
Yes. Yeah.
Who's the only reason I care sometimes about Shadow Legends, like ads, because it has like the funny Skeleton Man. It's like, alright, sure.
That bit's good too. The bit I was gonna have was have him sell the magazine with that one girl on it. The magazine, the fashion idol girl.
Oh, fucking
Junko or whatever. Yeah, Junko is the
Junko's
name.
magazine.
Yeah, Junko's magazine. Okay. I never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats.
There's no seats.
Exactly.
Magula.
You stand.
But you said to get to our assigned seats.
It's a figure of speech.
It's a figure of stand.
Yes.
That doesn't even phonetically
Yeah.
work in the English language. It's just fuck you.
You got yourself with that one more than you did anybody else. Congratulations. It's your opinion that matters on your own jokes.
No, it isn't. Everyone's laughing at a joke. I could make a joke and it could be the shittiest one possible, but if everyone's laughing, that makes it a good joke. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly, deadly judgment. A deadly, deadly, deadly deception. A deadly, 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 deadly betrayal. A deadly fucking Christ.
Important things must be said 3 times.
A deadly faith. A deadly I'm going to shoot myself in the foot. A deadly class trial. You could have just fucking had that one.
Yeah, I don't even think Japan has the like important things should be said 3 times phrase, so I don't even know why they decided to repeat it that much.
Because Danganronpa is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Don't forget to set skills.
Yeah. Okay, guess that one's set. Yeah, it's set. And that's really all I got. I think they're all set. Okay.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
A bunch of people died.
Yeah, I'm deciding if we should review the case, but I'm pretty sure. Well, I know how the case happened in my head.
If you need aid with the class trial, I can.
Yeah, or just have the guide ready for the for it just in case, because like some of the stuff is unintuitive. I might know how the murder happened in my head, but that doesn't mean it translates to the game options.
With a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
His little like half words are cute though. Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
Evidence we found in an unlocked room.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like the
It's
most
you, Hiro.
obvious planting of evidence physically possible. It's so obvious it was you. Okay, so it's completely wrong and not correct because why the fuck would he have that all in the open?
It's Hiro.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know!
Is Killer really the hero, or? Before anything else, we'll have to make that clear. Sayaka.
I wish they would voice act his inner dialogue for that, because it's like you're gonna voice act his like outer dialogue.
Everything we found in your room.
It's all
The blueprints, the suit parts.
I don't remember the
they are all
buttons.
proven-
Wait. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, I was like, there's no. Okay, fast forward. Weak spots. Fire, true bullet, quick select. True bullet, flashback. Silencer. What button is the silencer? Aim. Silent. Okay, X is the silencer. Fast forward argument. Okay.
That you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff!
Wait, what's the square? No. Okay. No, that's flashback. Is that just the... I guess flashback is for something else, but okay, so triangle
It's
is
not
the...
true, it's a conspiracy!
Oh wait, oh, open.
See.
Okay.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Okay.
Bitch, if it's not me,
I'm looking at the blueprints. That handwriting is awfully messy. If I remember right, Hero's handwriting is
Everything we found in your room.
in your room.
The blueprints, the suit parts,
Oh, the
they
blueprints.
are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
And you
It's
hit
not true.
some of the
It's
random
Hero.
purple
No.
dialogue.
Hold on a second.
Don't forget, you can still pop the purple dialogue, get more
Everything
time.
we
Yeah,
found
oh,
in
yeah.
your room. The blueprints, the suit parts,
No, that's
You
wrong.
almost hit it again.
Yeah, I know. This game is, there's too big of a break between,
made those blueprints?
there's too much of a break between the, like, trial segments that, like, I completely forget how to play the game between trials.
what do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
It looks like print.
The handwriting's obviously different.
Alter Ego
Wouldn't you say?
disappeared.
Oh yeah, we never figured
Right
that
in
one
front
out.
of Monokuma.
Yeah, we never figured that one out. I guess the spy, like, took it, but...
When you compare it to the blueprints,
Oh, and they also said that in front of Monokuma, too.
Yeah, right in front
Yeah.
of Monokuma. So if he didn't know about it,
He does
really
now.
funny.
You know, he's like, it'd be funny if he was like, Alter Ego, what's that?
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Why would he keep it in his room, then?
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto,
Yeah,
are you saying
I
you don't
agree.
think Hero's the culprit?
unironically, you are kind of fucking stupid, bud.
All the idiots are the ones that aren't the murderers, or either the victims or the fall guys.
Yeah.
And he's not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
He's too stupid to have done this murder.
This is way too advanced.
Then who was in that Robo Justice suit?
Hero, obviously.
It's Hero.
Yeah.
Is it like Hero said?
Fucking duh.
Was
Yeah.
there really someone running around in a second suit?
No, Hero
No.
is in the suit, just unconscious.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Yeah, Makoto, you have the answers. I know he's like, it's supposed to be like he's like testing Makoto, but like, it sounds like he just doesn't actually know, and he's like, Makoto ought to know this. I can act like I'm smarter than everybody else without actually like having the answers. If I like point to the people who do have the answers. Of course, he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo Justice suit?
Also, I know it's gameplay wise. Illuminati.
The Illuminati. it was the Illuminati. That would be pointing at Byakuya.
Yeah.
But Hero.
I got it!
But
Other than
like,
Hero,
I love how
can't
they
think
all
of
looked
anyone
at
else
the
it could've
image
been.
that it was taken, and I don't
Did it
know if
check the
actually comes up later
times,
in
or-
the trial. The photo
Mhm.
of what's his dick getting grabbed of
Yeah,
fucking
Hifumi. Yeah.
Hifumi getting grabbed, and the arms aren't like wrapping around Hifumi at all.
Yeah, Hifumi is the one holding him up, and it's like Hifumi is holding Hiro's arm around himself.
Yeah.
But also, I'm upset they didn't like look at the timestamps on the camera. Because, like, even if it's, like, been reset or whatever and the dates and times aren't right, you should still be able to check, like, take a new picture and, like, see that, like, what the time set is on the camera and figure out when that picture was even actually taken, if it even, because it probably doesn't line up with Celeste's story about when it happened, supposedly, when she supposedly took the photo.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Like, he's like, it makes perfect sense, don't worry about it.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo Justice suit.
What?
Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What
He
needs to be
just
clarified?
said, shut up, thought.
Everything has a way of going through, and if I don't follow it, I will get bored with this case, Allie. I know who fucking did it. Shut up.
You're that, or, well, I mean, that, or he's so autistic that it has to be in the proper order or he'll have a panic attack.
That's probably also likely.
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
I get that you want there to be an order, but I feel like we're doing the wrong order here. I guess since he was the first to die, but...
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Things that were used to move Taka's body. They must have been... Things plural, but like... Okay, the dolly and the tarp, but... I guess we'll start with the dolly.
I got it!
Okay, there's still one more thing. Things that used to move Taka's body and the tarp.
I got it! They were
I got it.
a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain.
Okay, I thought, I'm like, did I get the answer wrong? Be like, oh shit.
Being a bitch.
Yeah, Byakuya's like, oh shit, that was the answer all along. I'm such a dumbass is what he's thinking then. He's like, oh shit, Makoto figured it out.
Thinking that, or god damn it, Makoto, you could have done that faster.
I guess.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Gaslighting bitch.
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive?
No, she's
the dolly
gaslighting
was
him
in the
here.
equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
You sure know suspiciously a lot about that dolly.
It would be very
Well, 'cause she is a dolly.
indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Okay, yeah, he knows who did it. He's just playing.
There is no shame
Again,
in being wrong.
remember, to
No
Byakuya,
one
it's all a
expects much
game.
from you
Yeah.
anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
He has solved all of these murders.
Why not he talking?
Because she's talking, it'd be rude to interrupt her. Also, because he's a passive protagonist.
Yeah, that is like the player character, so it's you making the choices. At the same time, I can't in sound mind say he's the one solving the cases.
I know. Well, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change her mind. Maybe I can fix her. can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Great, I already wasn't struggling enough. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, let's see what my new challenge is. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with the next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see the ammo count, your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, it's locking on and pressing the triangle button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the square button. Just like locking on, you have to press the square button in time with the tempo marker. Wait, we were supposed to be on time with the bullets too? I didn't know.
Everything is on the beat.
I didn't know that. Basically, just remember that the square button now has a function along with the... I mean, I already had a function. When I pressed it before, it opened up the log. Now it has a function along with the X, and also the X is like the letter X, but then the triangle is a triangle.
And the square is a square.
Yeah. They don't have a cross. The cross and the,
Because it might just be a different symbol in,
I guess, but like it should be built. I guess maybe it's an English issue, and they just built the symbols as they needed them. Because like it should like match everything. Because like they would have like a cross and or an X and an O. Because those are like basic like Japanese like yes/no things. You'll automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well, then, good luck and have fun. Oh, okay, it's this
You
version.
have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Walk on.
Oh, walk on,
Lies
shit.
will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You miserable wretch.
This is awful.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
I love rhythm games. That is not a rhythm game. That is hell.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
There's like scan lines on Makoto. You guys probably don't have it because your resolution is lower, but like I'm here on this 4K screen and it's like, oh god. Jesus, let's really hate me that much. You wanna do it, or since I'm pressing the button, it's easy for me to do it. I'll do it for now because it's easy for me to just do it for like speed.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way.
Was
Let's
it?
get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then...
No,
out
we're
of
still not there.
context, that is like an insane statement.
No, we were still not there yet. We still got other things to solve.
There's a process. You must respect the process.
Respect the process, woman.
What kind of robot is it?
Cardboard.
Not?
I'm not sure that really matters.
It's cardboard.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
There's blood all over that cardboard. If we look at how the body was moved, it'll become clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that?
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
Probably
then
tarp.
loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it
Loaded
off,
onto
right?
the dolly, maybe. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Okay, nope.
Shoot!
Okay. Oh, is our health already that low?
Yeah, you had like a
Because
little
of
snippet there.
Because of the stupid rhythm game. Uh-oh, I guess we get to see what happens when we lose. Uh-oh, have we already come to the end of the debate? Well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the blackened. Cuckoo cuckoo. It would appear the one who with the most votes is Makoto. However, Makoto is not the blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Oh, I don't know why is it over isn't. What do you say? Want to give it another shot? No. Yeah.
I refuse to give up yet.
Can't give up now. Okay. My health like reset.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Guess it's probably the dolly, but not this way. Or when I did do the dolly.
Then loaded it onto
so
the
it's not
dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly
Okay, that
doesn't
one.
have a handle.
Oh, but he's telling the truth. Shoot. I forgot it's when it's not the truth.
As we know, and from there...
Yeah.
You might want to let it fully
loaded
get
I guess,
through
yeah.
once you see everything.
All you'd have to do is bend over.
Okay, it's bent over.
Then you could push the dolly no problem.
Bend over.
So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Sorry, I don't think I realize anything.
Yeah, but none of it's actually like a happening handles. Push it. You have to bend over, but that would make the suit being able to actually stoop down like that. Okay.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
And from there...
Yeah.
So I'll put it on
then
bend
loaded it
over.
on-
Now, keep in mind that...
Well, yeah. But even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
That one.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
My question is, how did Hifumi get into a position like that?
Huh?
I guess maybe the actual killer could have been the one who bent down like that, but even then they're not strong enough. I guess Taka's not as heavy as Hifumi. I'm pretty sure Hifumi is the one who pushed the cart.
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together.
Real
Remember?
fucking.
What, did
There's
they use like
layers.
physics to move the cart instead?
There's layers.
Okay, this is just saying it. You can't possibly move in this one. Dum, 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 dum.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
I mean, yeah, that is actually a valid point. Especially if it was Hero. He's probably got strong enough legs.
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
You got a weak core, you wouldn't be able to do it.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's no chance the costume was taken off just to move the body because once it's on, you can never take it off. You can't take it off by yourself. Hero's not strong enough. You can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Silence is your best defense here, hello.
Have you forgotten about the picture that clearly shows that the hero was unconscious for the entirety of this?
Yeah, if anything, that's like more proof that it couldn't have been Hero, because that means he had the costume on before the murders took place. Whereas before they could have said, oh, maybe he put the costume on after the murders. But you can't say that because now she's just bringing it up.
Yep.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image
Yeah,
of
look at that
Hifumi
photo.
being dragged away by Robo Justice?
Steven.
Hifumi is holding the arms, you know?
The camera...
It's not the arms of someone struggling.
Yeah, the camera border around the photo blends in with my like overlay, and it almost looks like it's part of my overlay. At first, when I looked at it, I'm like, "How is the shadow on my background?" When I first kind of looked at it, I'm like, "No, that's part of the game."
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
How do you explain this? Shows picture that explains nothing.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
You're gonna... Squeeze, squeeze!
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
I just realized the stream view is very delayed. Let me make an adjustment to how it's being like treated. Okay, there. It should be less of a problem now. It's not as much of a problem because there's no lip flaps, but it still bugs me a little bit.
Yeah.
That's worse. Why is it worse?
That's gotta be right.
I have that front and center. I might need to unplug the thing.
Hold on a second!
Here, that is worse. I don't know, for you guys, is the sound out of sync, or... Oh, it's
I can't tell, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna unplug that one. I might have to restart the program, but let's see. Because the capture card has, like, some delay stuff sometimes. There's the sound. I just gotta fix the image.
Just start speaking Don't Starve.
Okay. Oh. It's still not right because on my view, that's like where it's being fed directly. The bobbing is very consistent. It's just like.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's just annoying. It's a little bit better now, but still okay.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Different strategy real quick. So I think maybe because the way I'm like sharing it is causing the problem. Let me... Well, but then I have to fix the sound if I do that. Is that at least better? Oh, maybe just putting on full screen fixes it. That's still a little jerky, but oh well.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I might need another capture card this year. I'll get one for Black Friday again. Capture cards have like a really low, like, maybe I'll get a even like more expensive one this time. Maybe it'll last longer because this one did last a little bit and it has like high quality, but it's like it's melting inside because like lately it's been kind of
I don't disagree,
off.
but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that
she
her
might have checked
assailant
the
had
time.
been wearing a strange costume.
Feels like a very odd thing to do if you're afraid about being attacked.
Yeah, but I mean also if you want to like, because you're like aware that like timelines matter.
As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
Da da da.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that...
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Water.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
And then...
Fuck, I forgot that they did this shit. I fucking remember seeing this now. Of just, hey, do you like flashbacks?
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
And then
when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising. We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Hey Zenon, do you like flashbacks? I like flashbacks. They're a great way of reusing content.
Yeah, they're a great way to pad time for this video game to make it an appropriate amount for the amount of money it cost when it came out.
Flashbacks.
You gonna give us a blurb here? Whoa.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Good thing I slept through it all.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
What? No? Unless Hifumi planned to kill Taka all along and then got killed by Celeste or killed by the murderer when he was trying to fake his own death or something. That would be a crazy twist. Or maybe it's like she said, "Oh, I'll be your accomplice," and lied.
Zenon, remember how I said this one is really fucking stupidly complicated? You're not far off, but fucking...
Oh, so he thought he was the murderer and the other person was the accomplice.
It's a lot... It's dumber...
than that.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
But, like, what did Hifumi tell the other person when he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go commit my other murder. You can do whatever."
Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Is the solution that they had Alter Ego write the murder plan, and that's why it's so fucked up? That's how they ended up with a diagonal lever, because they asked ChatGPT to write the murder.
No, it was all just human people. It's just all... Let's just say it started with T.
Mm-hmm. Oh, covered the... I forgot it. The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. Number 3, wait.
So, regarding
Okay, it's just the
Taka's
death.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
He
Or perhaps
obviously
it was
did.
after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
We already know he was
Because of the numbering of
alive!
the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Well, we could also just say the attacks happened, even though the attacks didn't happen in that order either. We still know when Hifumi died, we were there! He died in your arms, Allie!
All I can say is remember you can absorb statements.
The Justice Hammers were numbered, but they were absorbed.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Shoot!
That in fact was not absorbing a statement. That was shooting a statement.
How do you absorb it? What button is
Taka's
that?
death,
I don't know. Hit
I
help.
wonder if he died.
Is absorb an option?
Fire weapon, sounds, aim.
Absorb feels like that might be a different game, or a different... the next thing.
Absorb a bullet.
Oh, in the guide or whatever?
Yup.
Oh, to like, still the bullet.
Yeah.
What is that?
I do not know.
Maybe hitting it with the silencer. Oh, maybe it's hold. Maybe it's
Before
hold.
Hifumi, or
Okay,
perhaps
holding.
it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka
Okay,
came
there.
last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's
Oh, I think I have
death,
I have to absorb
wonder
the
if he
hammer and
died
hit it,
before
hit
Hifumi,
order,
or
I think.
Perhaps it was. We already know
had the
what
right
order
thing
they were
absorbed.
killed
Okay.
in. Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the number.
It's true that while Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Okay, Chipmunk, come on.
So, regarding Taka, I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice.
No, that's wrong.
Like it was like visible when I hit the button, but then a purple zoomed in there.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
We were there.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi relates to what time he must have died. His watch. Hangman's Gambit. Wristwatch. Okay. No, okay. A. Oh, no, we already tried an A. An S. Okay, W. W. A.
A.
Is it not A? E? A? How do you spell watch? Okay. DH.
Now I understand. I've got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look.
It's right here in my
it
hand.
broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must
Nobody
have
could
gotten
have said
broken
that.
when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Gonna do some yelling for us? Da-da-da.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Whoa! Whoa!
When we heard Hifumi screaming,
Oh,
we
does
were all
that
together,
5 now?
except for Hiro and Kyoko.
The other guy did
Then
it!
we all ran down to the nurse's
Psycho, if
office.
I did a murder
and
in this,
that's
they
where we
would
found
all
his
be
body.
dead. Cause like a fucking gas leak.
If you kill everyone else at once, is that really breaking the rule?
You broke the rule of only 2 murders! Yeah, and who's gonna put me on class trial? Fucko. Everyone's dead.
I feel like that might make Monokuma decide to be your buddy at that point. Monokuma would be like, you know what? You're a brutal guy.
Fucking blows up everything.
Yeah. Oh, your favorite character died. Taka? Is Taka your favorite character?
No, it's obviously Sayaka.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
He just screamed on for
If
himself.
that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream.
Hifumi?
Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office.
Psycho, fun fact, Roy now knows more about me than you do.
We had a little pre-stream doxing session while you were talking with your boyfriend.
Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room.
And horrible.
At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
She lacks the core strength.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
She really went hard with Kyoko in the accent there.
Kyoko!
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 So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead
You
of
have
who,
to convict someone
I
right
propose
now.
we start talking about how. In particular,
Good call.
I think we need to figure out how
Good
Hifumi's
call.
body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
You can just make some like gibberish noises if you want. Yeah, I'll do it. Da 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 da.
Flashback sounds. Flashback sounds. Flashback sounds.
Ta-da!
his
Flashback
body
sounds.
apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Oh my god.
Yeah. What's up?
Did you send Psycho a dick pic?
I don't think I have.
What?
Okay, so he's lying.
It's come up in
Okay.
It's probably come up in conversation before, but
Psycho's trying to say no, he knows more information.
yeah, but Roy knows my full like legal name. This
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Ruby.
what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
using your brain.
What? How?
What?
No, Kyoko said, I know how to make the impossible possible, and Trip said it's called using your brain.
I don't. Do you know my full name,
Your
Psycho?
brain.
I mean, with your address, you could probably find it.
Well,
If the
yeah,
dead
but I feel like
body
that's cheating.
Were to move itself.
Make the impossible possible. What if the dead just got up?
Yeah. Oh, what? even though he fucking died in Owie's arms, they know he wasn't dead yet.
The dead body moved on its own?
You saw it move!
The twist!
The twist is they're all dumb.
No! Not another ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is...
Liv, yeah, you have my address, you know, your phone number, probably. I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Call him and
Previous
find-
jobs, I haven't had one. Get fucked.
Yeah, you're a paper. That's so weird.
Well, no, they've been buddies for like 5+ years, I think, though, at this point.
Oh yeah, no, we've been friends for a while.
We
That
thought
doesn't
Hifumi
change
was
the
dead,
truth that
but
Sako
perhaps
sounds
in
like
reality
a
he
creeper.
was still alive.
What was that, Miss Fiancée of Xenon? I couldn't hear you calling the pot black.
He was alive?
He was alive. Did you like block it from your memory, Owie? He died in your arms.
Are you saying
It's
Hifumi
alive.
wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Yes.
But I mean,
Yes,
we found his
exactly.
body. He was dead.
He
He's
wasn't.
not dead.
You know
Yes.
that.
You have memory issues, miss. You need to go see a
Perhaps he
doctor.
was
Somebody
simply
get some help.
playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible?
It's impossible.
He was really still alive. Is
Wow.
that's not
He's
possible?
fighting.
Because I specifically fabricated the event.
Yeah, that's not
Are
possible.
you saying that when
Very
we first
surprising,
found
huh?
Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is
Yes, he's
impossible.
still alive.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
This game is so
How do you know
weird.
that
Nobody
now?
remember he's still
Surely
alive.
you heard the body discovery announcement.
That was for
along with
Taka.
the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Okay, fine,
Shoot.
bitch. Okay, we'll listen to the whole thing this
saying that
time.
when we first found
There's a chance he was actually still alive.
He was. My answer is valid. Fuck you, game.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone
Oh, it's the
else's
announcement that I
discovery.
need then, assumably?
What? No. Why? Yes.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was actually...
No.
It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that.
Surely you heard the
Hifumi was dead.
Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so
Oh,
sure
yeah,
about
that's
that?
technically true.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal
No,
someone
not
else's
related
discovery.
to. Not related to that. It's
Oh,
just
the
that
other one.
I realized no, not that. That was completely unrelated to Danganronpa. This is what
Oh.
Psycho sent me.
Oh.
I forgot I technically did have a job at one point.
Oh. Or did he DM you know you had a job?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. What is it that I need to actually do here so we can move on? Which one goes to which one?
It is. Absorbed bullet, dead body has been found. Someone else's discovery.
Someone else's. Okay, I guess that last one.
Are
Okay.
you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. Hifumi
Of
was
course.
dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body
Hifumi's dead body had
been found.
and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone
Wait,
else's
oh, I did click that
discovery.
one though. Is it somebody else's discovery and the body was found?
No, you had the right one.
Oh, I clicked that one already.
Are you
Okay, we'll
saying
try
that
it
when
again.
we first found there's a chance he was actually...
No.
That's what the
Hifumi was dead,
saying on
and you
my
know
end.
that. Surely
Dead
you
body
heard the
had
body
been found.
discovered. Hifumi's dead body
Discovered.
had been found, and that is why.
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Maybe it's the other one? Maybe the other way around?
The other one, yeah.
Okay. We gotta get through this, like, oh, we failed. At least it's nice about this and you can just continue.
Yeah.
Makoto did it! The end, you're all dead.
Is this really the end? For
Here's
all
your
of
$1
us?
million, person who did the murder.
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay, game, let's go. Another round.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he was actually...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's
the
dead
other one.
body had been found, and that is.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he was actually...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovered.
Hifumi's dead body had been...
Okay, there we go.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Some of these are such, like, basic assumptions that it's, like, surprising it's not just part of the, like, default assumption. Like, it being that the announcement was for Taka and not Hifumi, because there was another announcement after Hifumi died.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I
In
think
there
we've
somewhere.
confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Because Hifumi wasn't dead.
Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body discovery announcement. First time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time was when was found unconscious. Hifumi came back to life when both bodies were rediscovered. When Hifumi came back to life. It is that though.
Shoot.
Embarrassed myself for everyone. No, you didn't. They're just too dumb for your intelligence, my friend. Okay.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Ding dong, bing bong. Ba-da-da-da! Na-na-na-na-na!
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
Even though he died after that, but whatever.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
Nor was he dead the second time.
You guys.
Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
One other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive was it the fact that he was still fucking alive.
I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Okay, gaslighter. I get that you're a girl boss in gaslighting, what is it, gatekeeper, but still.
But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
We were all there, Celeste!
Okay then, let's take
So
another look at the
ridiculous.
events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Let's be like, you are making a hugely big mistake here. The way she be talking.
Logic. This is
Yeah.
so dumb.
This has to be proof that shows that Fumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone.
They must know.
Hifumi's glasses. I mean, that's also a point of it, but I'll probably have to
Well,
absorb
here's
another
one
one.
thing we do know.
You were holding him when he died.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
Like glasses, probably
there was
there.
no notable difference.
Glasses.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, finally a one and done type of one.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
And he was covered in sweat.
I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Once I found out the trash can in the nurse's office was... that one.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean.
I mean, those bloodstains aren't consistent with wiping, they're more consistent with splatter, but oh well.
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Blood is on it.
Yeah.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
My glasses cleaning cloths are made of the finest silk from the finest of silkworms, hand-picked by my family's interns.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... what exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Who's gonna reach their hands into his pants to get that cloth but him?
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office.
That fucking track, oh my god, that is awful, that like...
Oh yeah,
He
don't worry, I
pretends
heard
to be
it.
dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Also, I
And
love
with
how
that,
it didn't come
the
into play with the
impossible task
refrigerator
of
wasn't
moving
that
his
full of
copious
blood.
corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
I mean, yeah, it's pink. I don't think blood comes out that color.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies.
So it does come up.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
just-
we don't get it as our own.
Yeah, Kyoko gets to have that because she's anemic. What if that's what she was doing? She was getting a blood transfusion. That's what she was busy doing.
Sipping on blood.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all
explain
out.
the
So
skin
he just dumped
complexion.
it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
I would have put my glasses away before splashing blood everywhere.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Sakura did it. Taka himself. Hifumi.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside, which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
If Celeste doesn't be like, hey, but it had to have been Kyoko, right? She was the only one not accounted for during this time period. It's gonna be like, you missed a big opportunity for an argument.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw
That's
his
all,
chance,
yep.
he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
Because Kyoko's literally the only one without an alibi at this point.
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
I cried for that motherfucker.
If you're having trouble, Would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Would you like me to show you why you're even fucking dumber?
Or what?
Basically what Kyoko just said.
Wait, which... So,
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Oh, so it's just evidence was withheld from us.
Basically, she's also calling her really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
I guess she does have an alibi there in that for that part of it, but like they could also just say Hifumi did all that on his own. Let's see Shakiro's message.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his... pants?
Yes, his pants.
Why like that? Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now.
Weird.
That's a good expression there. That's a good Makoto expression. I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's make it in the equipment room at 6 a.m. with the idea that it's a hole. Yeah.
It's in the
That's the
bathroom.
note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants.
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
She knows where she's at.
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
I love
Hey,
the
look,
nicknames.
It's Roy.
Give me nicknames. Being obsessed with gay things.
You know, Huffy and TikTok.
No, because
I don't know.
No, she gave nicknames to the guys because she couldn't remember their names.
I think she's giving nicknames to everyone.
Yeah. He's just referring back to the nickname conversation we had earlier.
Oh.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
If she wasn't a cold-blooded murderer, she'd almost be a good character.
Why is the murderer part stopping her from being a good character, Zilla?
Because she would kill me. I guess she wouldn't kill me because I'm not a man, so...
I'm more at risk.
Yeah, you're more at risk, yeah. Oh, wait. Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but I can't let her get to me.
She's not really that scary. She's just like kind of like, hey, don't explain my fucking nicknames.
Yeah, I guess the bigger problem of her character is her obsession with the Akira rather than the murderer thing.
Yeah.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, that's wrong!
Oh, TikTok's even a better name for him because of the watch, too.
There absolutely is a connection.
That's probably why she did.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6
What the
a.m.,
hell you
which
say?
is the same time Taka was murdered.
What the fuck?
You've already
Steve
proven
is
that
such a
using his
failure.
wristwatch.
We have
But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note.
I should check out who Sakura's VA is, because that sounds like some like Scooby-Doo type of voice, the way she sounds.
She, like, the characters also have a very, interesting tone.
Yeah, but like it sounds like some Scooby-Doo stuff. Like I wonder if the voice actress was in Scooby-Doo before.
I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that...
What the hell you say?
No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka,
I mean, they did find a way
What was
out
Hifumi
for
doing
themselves.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
he stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Proof that Hifumi stole the note from Taka. It's like none of these people have ever like
I got it!
consumed a murder mystery
When I
before.
searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
I get this is before the true crime era where like everyone is obsessed with true crime, but still like everyone's always been obsessed with like at least like Sherlock Holmes level shit.
I feel like there's the summary here is that no one in the Danganronpa has common sense.
Yeah. I mean,
This is
yeah.
the first game.
Yeah.
The second game's a little better about it.
Like even cop shows are like worldwide like acclaimed. In high school when I went to Korea for the trip, the little like Korean fried chicken restaurant had like an American cop show on the TV while we were eating fried chicken.
You said Brooklyn Nine-Nine on the TV.
Oh no, it was like a more serious one than that. It wasn't a comedy one. It was like an actual like serious one. Yeah.
Conflict that came
Yeah.
to mind. I don't even know Brooklyn Nine-Nine's a comedy.
I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the comedy one because it's like, and isn't that the one where they have the like the song thing, like the?
I don't know.
I think that's the one
You know
where.
anything
Yeah.
about it?
Oh, she's not been in Scooby-Doo. Aw. Her name's neat though, Jessica G. George. Any other notable only animes and video games? Does she have any like notable appearances that we would have heard of besides Sakura? But no, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the cop show that the like one where they ask the witness, which of these men killed your brother, and then they have them sing like the like boy band song. Yeah, I want it that way. Yeah, that's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's a great comedy, but it's a comedy. Only anime.
I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
No, he's dead.
Sorry.
No, he's dead.
When we found him in the
Dead this
repository,
time.
Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
Maltran, Tia, and Tria. I don't know who Maltran is. Which Tells is Maltran in? Because I've seen a lot of Tells, but I've only all the three most recent ones. Maybe that's probably where I've heard her in Tells. Maybe.
Tria, wait. Hold on a second. I think I know the one.
Land Before Time, the acclaimed children's series that everyone has watched. Yeah, Land Before Time.
Trying to remember.
I don't know which one.
Probably
the Triceratops. Houses Hysteria. That's the one I haven't played a lot of.
Likely.
Yeah.
It's not the one you're thinking of.
Oh, which one is Tria?
It's their mother.
Oh.
She played the MILF Triceratops.
That's probably where I've heard it, and that's maybe why my brain thought classic kids cartoon. I'm like, this is something very familiar sounding.
Because Trika is the
I don't remember their names. I only remember Littlefoot.
We're just gonna glass past what I said about it.
What did you say? Oh, the MILF Triceratops? Land Before Time was very formative for a lot of people. It was a very acclaimed series. They made so many movies. I have them all on VCS or VHS.
I'm just gonna put this in stream chat. Even I'm just gonna put this here.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna explain further.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
Where's my device?
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting
You cannot
Taka's
stop
body.
me, Psycho. It's too late.
What is Land Before Time a white family thing? Have you not seen it, Psycho? It's very plausible that there's a MILF Triceratops. Those dinosaurs were almost furries. Those dinosaurs were one step from furries.
Like the mother adult female characters, they were all very written oddly, you know.
Oh yeah, that Triceratops got bedroom eyes.
There was a surprise about it, why is this adult Brontosaurus being yes.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
I'll just order from Denny's.
Yeah, Denny's is pretty bad.
During that time,
Send him
we
a
all
Denny's
split up
steak.
and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Oh, she swims, I guess.
Who are you calling a walrus?
You.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me.
It's
too.
like a seal. It's a type of animal.
That's been bothering me
You know
even
the
more.
seals with the giant teeth?
Oh. Okay.
That. Big teeth seal.
But why would she call her that?
Either because she
walruses
swims.
are also larger.
Yeah, maybe because they're fat and because she likes to call her fat tits or whatever because she's got big boobs.
Oh.
It might have been a jab at her breast and her, swimming.
It might have worked in the original language a bit better.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi
There's
was
a whole
killed in the
rack of fucking
repository,
hammers.
the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
And that's exactly what they did.
But wouldn't that be
Wow,
seriously
how
risky
smart.
for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
Yeah, too tight. I think the pressure's
Surprised
getting
he
to you.
still got some brain left.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments.
It's okay, the steroids affected your brain, that's okay.
But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Number 5.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
Number 15.
I don't think it is possible.
Number
They were both
99.
killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding the case won't become clear until we figure it out. Somehow I have to find the truth. Okay, I was gonna be like, hopefully they'll just let me pick an evidence piece. Okay, at least it's the right piece of evidence, and I just gotta figure out where it goes. The circle block goes in the square hole.
Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Maybe
Check
on
out
that one.
murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear.
Good.
The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers! And, that's about it.
That was a good set of lines. I guess on the first one.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
Okay, I guess not. It's not gonna be that easy.
What was used
To kill, was it just maybe Justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
That one?
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, the murder weapon had to be one of the and,
That one?
No,
Okay.
Fun fact, you know what the guide says?
What?
One of the Justice Hammers.
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi.
Oh, I thought of something gross. You could send shrimp if you want psycho. There's a Japanese, food that is a jar of bees in honey.
I'll just keep that on the shelf as a
Yeah,
novelty.
I know, yeah. It's a neat thing.
Don't worry, I'm making Psycho freak out in other servers by sharing a MILF Triceratops.
Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Psycho's argument of not putting MILF in front of it is because it's a Triceratops.
But it's a mother.
Exactly, and it can talk.
Yeah, it has enough intelligence to consent. It consented to becoming a mother.
Probably.
Probably, assumably. I'm pretty sure all the parental relationships in Land Before Time were pretty consensual. I don't think they would sneak in some sort of like weird allegory about like the
I do know a really dark fact about Land Before Time.
Is it like something you can say on stream, or is it so dark?
I mean, I can say it. It's not like the worst. It's still pretty bad.
I guess DM it first, and then we'll decide.
No, it just involves someone getting beat to death. You know, Ducky, the small
Yeah.
dinosaur? The voice actor was beat to death by their dad in a drunken rage.
Oh wait, was it the like
very young?
The Benet Ramsey or whatever, John Benet Ramsey, or is it something else?
I don't know the name.
Because I know there's like
the voice actor of Ducky.
There's like a child model that also like got murdered, and I think it might be related. I don't know. I forget. I think I have heard about that though, about the actress being murdered. Did talk about how there would be reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but. Spotless hammer.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Really say there's no chance two will work together on this.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out
I guess
the
I'll take
act
the
can
two murders and put it onto a
survive.
possible.
Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible
That is how
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
I hope I got it in time. Okay.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder,
She just convinced him that if they both committed a murder, it'd be fine.
What? Oh, no, not that. I looked at the Ducky thing.
Oh, okay.
assuming the rule holds
Voice
true.
actor Judas Barcy.
Oh, okay.
I said it's worse because the father killed both her and her mother and then killed himself.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering.
Or maybe she told him they were gonna kill Hero as well, and that she'd kill Hero, and they both get out together and split the money.
Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
Those are big words, Kyoko. I can't comprehend.
The payoff for working together.
Maybe she
The
said it
reward
in
that
English.
balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme.
Maybe she said it in English, like risk reward in English or something, because that is a common like English phrase.
There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to
the
look.
true killer. It's like it's still one case because it was like a setup.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one
Strange
person
set
was
of
behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
So I will be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
You want me to pause or just
How could
keep
anyone
going?
be so
Okay.
cruel?
If you need help, just ask Roy. She's
I
smart.
can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but as entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end murdered him. And the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there really is only one person who fits. Select someone. Okay, make our accusation.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Oh, she broke character! Oh no, Roy, are you like present or are you like just like spaced out?
So I should.
No,
watch
she
this part, right?
she read it herself. Let me see if I can get it to replay. She broke character in that I can't get it to replay. She turned off the accent. She said it in like a non-accented English. I'm just pointing it out to you that like it was a fake accent all along.
Pardonnez-moi.
Is that French?
Pardon-moi?
Is that French?
Like French.
Just to be clear, there is
I think it's because she doesn't know any German, and that's the joke.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is what is it that only Hifumi and Celeste had in common? Paper. Screaming. Encountering the suspicious individual.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush, the adults are talking now.
Shut up, asshole.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Ba 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 ba.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Da-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. You missed Celeste breaking character and dropping the accent.
Oh no.
But only for like one line. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
DualShock 4 battery level low.
Yeah. Huh? You make one noise. You can make noises now if you're present. Okay. Da-da! Okay.
It was to get us to divide into 2 groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Whoa!
We should probably just strip through the fucking flashbacks. They're so.
I can't skip them.
Well, if Celeste
Like,
and
that's,
Hifumi
what,
were working
7?
together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
That one's got voice acting, but it's like a.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
They're just forgetting about that he like woke up and like gave a statement to.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
She poisoned her?
Wait, then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Your accomplice wasn't me.
Oh,
so I could kill you.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you
fucked
talking
up.
about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
We're all gonna die, just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So
Then
Sakura and I
Makoto
left with
showed
Makoto.
I know, yeah, that does have like a John Mulaney type of beat.
It had a John Mulaney, and also just like that, the tone you would give someone when it's like, oh, this fucker showed up.
Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
I actually missed that one. I'm typically pretty good about like information disparities.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
What is it? In Persona 5, I caught on to Akechi on his first appearance because he could hear Morgana. Because Morgana said something about waffles and Akechi said something about pancakes and waffles.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Byakuya said Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. What is he alluding to? I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious. Mm-hmm.
It's about, like, the deaths. Let's see.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And
You
that's all it
slipped in
takes
an accidental
to finish this.
prefix of
It's
more than
obvious,
one!
isn't it? What was so
You
strange
fool!
about Celeste's comment?
You fool! You pressed
Okay,
the wrong
but-
statement! You just shot him! With your truth gun!
All I said was,
Did I pick the right thing to grab at least,
they
though?
must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And
guys.
that is all I said.
So those guys is the right
And
one.
that's all it takes
Yeah.
to finish
Apparently
this.
it's those guys and
obvious,
So
isn't
Strange.
it? What
Oh,
was so
but that's what I
strange
hit
about
though.
Celeste's
So it's so
comment?
strange, and okay, so it should be it's so strange, and then to those guys. Then
All I said was,
They must really be enjoying the sight of us.
Maybe.
They must be. We are all going
that
to
was
die.
what I did.
And that is all.
And that's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Ah, I see. Yeah, it is in reverse accidentally.
I feel like that's like it should be the other way though.
It might just be a language. They might have been like
We are
written
all
in
going
a
to die.
different language
We
and
are
then just
going to die.
auto-translated.
just like
No, that's wrong.
Or they did that to make
That's
it
right.
more
There's
sensible
no reason
at some
Celeste should have
point.
said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
That face on her, the standing one, not the smiling, but the standing one. She's like, oh fuck.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste?
I think when I heard it before, my take on it was she meant like everybody who's died till then. And not in like reference to this specific murder. I think that's probably why I didn't question
what all
it.
the other characters except for Byakuya was thinking.
Yeah.
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were
See,
both
she uses
guys?
that defense.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
you all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain
shitty
this picture
one
of the
that
costumed
very
villain dragging
clearly
Hifumi
doesn't
away?
prove shit.
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to...
Oh, he's just holding you.
Set up the picture.
It turns out Hifumi was secretly jacked.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have
face looks
possibly
scary.
fit into that
It's
suit.
Scary.
Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
I would have used it if I had known.
In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
It's Hifumi dragging Hiro away.
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
I'm sorry, Celeste, but it doesn't quite work like that.
Yeah. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, The only other possibility is Hifumi is dragging the suspect away. Hifumi and the suspect are dancing. Hifumi and the suspect have been drinking. Hifumi is dragging the suspect.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. Oh, the one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit.
We already established that it's Hiro. I don't know why we can't just keep saying.
I see.
Or what?
It's a clever use of it, but he's using the arms to lift the suit because they're able to like lock in that position.
I was just thinking it was like he like had him on his. This is like him like in the process of lifting him up, and he was gonna like put him on his back.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, or he just was like staged here or whatever because it's like so the body is so stiff. As long as it's like
We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Shut up, bitch.
yeah. Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. Is that really possible?
The more fun thing is if they just use the dolly twice.
Yeah. I sure as message Robo Justice blueprints.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Oh, it's focus
And
time.
the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
I was trying to change the bullet. Okay.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just...
Those are just the blueprint.
Draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight!
The costume.
You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
Ridiculous.
If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up.
No, that's wrong. No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
Roy must be very tired.
She's gotten to parroting.
Do you need to take a nap? Because you have to, like, go somewhere after in the evening, don't you?
Oh, today is my day off. All I have to do is take out the trash with my mother at 6.
Okay, I thought you said you had to do something yesterday, but maybe I was thinking a different day you have to do something.
Yeah, at night. And I have to go back to my grandma's place because tomorrow I got work.
I guess you could take a nap on the train. Are you gonna drive the car?
Oversleep.
Or what?
I will oversleep on the train.
Oh yeah, because that's kind of a short distance. Then do you need to take a nap so you can safely travel?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Because you're at like the delirious stage where you start just only parroting things people are saying and not listening. When you get tired, you become a parrot.
Is that a kind of compliment?
I don't know what it is, but it just means when you get tired, you stop listening and you just parrot things.
No, I'm fine.
There's always issues with when you don't know words. Sometimes you just let it pass and don't like mention that you don't know what's being said. But other times when you're extra tired, you just like parrot what's being said.
too well.
I mean, it's obvious when you're not listening because you don't have any idea what the conversation is until it's been explained twice.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Can't bend at the waist.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it.
I think that's a feature.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Her expression's good. I love the way she's got her hand like claw hands.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Funny if all her makeup like started melting. She's like, not tan, but like because like she's obviously a Japanese woman, so she might have like olive skin or something underneath. Would be kind of funny if she was wearing like powder.
Checkmate?
Checkmate!
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean?
Oh, there she goes.
Oil.
There she goes. She dropped the accent.
Oil.
She's the I still love the only one to not lose it was Mondo being like, yeah,
I did it. Kill me.
yeah, fucking shitty about it.
Clearly,
Get me out of
you
here.
want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Who attacked you? Who killed you? Who killed me? That's right, it was Hiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear.
Oh, I love how she's going all over the place with the voice. That's so good.
Trying to fake an accent while being fucking insane.
Yeah.
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
I don't think that matters here, man.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn
What the hell you say?
I mean, I'm sure that's closer to what she said in Japanese than this like Boston accent she suddenly developed.
What the hell you say?
All I can say is there's two instances of something like this happening, and they're both really fucking awkward.
What part? The
You'll see.
Oh, with the
sudden
names.
Accent change.
Oh, just sudden accent change.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Said for serious a lot. He gave everyone nicknames. Oh, he used people's last names. Well, because she's obviously Japanese, she would have a Japanese last name.
That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
His first name?
Indecent?
Decent. But she like, Yowie.
Don't talk.
Shut up, bitch.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
Indecent? Shut.
She's like, oh, I sent Yowie. Two guys calling each other their first name? That's gay.
I love how Byakuya had the same energy as me, just not like with somebody, not just me, just somebody saying shut. Not even like the full thing.
There's
just
no
shut.
reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to.
Actually, people searched everybody before I came to this school, so I know all of your legal names, addresses, and phone numbers.
And that's
Except
Celeste.
for like 2 people.
She
Yeah,
never
'cause they weren't
actually
on the
told us
list.
what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Oh yeah, because you did it.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Celeste.
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Objection. In your what is it? Not companion quest. Your like confidant event. You say you were born in Japan. That's not a Japanese name.
I'd love if the Kodo just said, "One more time, please."
Yeah.
And she just slipped.
Yeah. I still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. You were born in Japan. You are speaking Japanese. Oh, her e-handbook maybe. Spotless Hammer. Yeah. The e-handbook, I guess, would have her name.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go
When
on
she does the
pretending?
accent, it's so close.
I'm not pretending.
Or what?
It's the truth.
Her name is like
And
Celeste
since you have
Wordword.
no way
God
to
damn it.
contradict
Okay,
me.
that's a pretty low name.
That's the only truth there is! Moron!
Let's have to use a different one. Do I need to absorb a bullet, or is it the e-handbook on? Like,
It's
there's
the
no way to
e-handbook.
contradict.
The last subordinate hand. Damn.
Yeah, it's the last thing.
Damn
we have
it.
down.
Yeah. But like her
was
accent
trying
is
to
so
tell
close
us
to like a Skyrim accent
He
though.
wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who
Alright, I
might
can
have
fast
that
forward.
last name,
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to hear
You,
Celeste talk
Celeste.
again one more time to hear the
How many
accent.
times do I have to tell you? My name...
Especially the "tell you" sounds like the like.
Celestia Ludenberg,
That's the
god
program
damn
that.
it!
God damn it.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. And since you have no way to cut...
No, that's wrong. That's it. The handbook.
Show us your ID.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Ta-da! Handbook does this. Handbook does that. Your legal name.
So all we
Your
have to
phone
do
number.
is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
You are in trial.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
He's trying to guilt trip him to death. This bitch has no like heart. You're not gonna guilt trip her.
Insert pupping noises.
Yeah.
Even when I'm put in check,
Ayo.
it's just my nature not to give up. Because...
Ayo.
Making chicken noises now.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
It's comic book time? Okay. Or what? The look inside Hifumi's room?
No.
Oh.
Middle bottom.
Middle bottom. Backpack.
No, his face.
Oh, yeah.
Ruby,
Yeah.
look at this bear. They're so cute. Right?
Oh,
Those are in fact bears.
the Gundam.
Gunpla bear.
Mm-hmm.
You know Gunpla has
I guess
bears,
that's
right?
just
Right. Funny enough, I could see somebody ordering the first one just for the cane.
But I've seen the Gunpla bears at the Gunpla store. I don't know what that first one should be. Let's see.
They're cute, right?
After deciding. But let me see. I've seen them before, but let me look at yours.
They're so cute, honey.
Oh, that's a good one. They're like, oh, that's good, yeah. Especially the cane and the hat.
Yeah. A white bear is holding the blue bear. Cute.
Let's see though. Okay, so. So I guess that one, maybe. That doesn't seem right.
Blood on the poster.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I'll work backwards. That might be better. Oh, I forgot Taka was even involved in this murder.
Yeah, he's dead.
I like how, like, even though we know it's like, they still have. Okay, let's work backwards because that might be easier. The bloody hammer, I guess, or the bloody hammer.
Oh yeah.
That one. So you take that there. Pushing the cart. Finding Hifumi dead. Was it Justice Hammer 4 with Hifumi then? Or 3. Yeah, it should be 4, I think, because then 3 is for...
Oh. Shows Justice Hammer 2 on 7.
On 7. Oh, okay. That's kind of...
Well, because it was hit by 2.
Oh, okay. Well, that was when he, like, faked getting hit. That's on a... that should be on a different... I gotta get the other controller. Two should be when he faked getting hit.
I'm just looking at the guide.
Yeah. Oh wait, that one. Taking the photo. Or no, that's giving the camera over. So, okay, no, okay, he did use 4 to kill. 4 here. Oh wait, maybe that's like, oh no, the broken watch isn't like one of them though. Okay, okay, this is taking the photo. This is knocking... unconscious, so I guess like... but then there's that one too. Backpack have to do with any... Maybe, I guess, oh, I guess maybe this one? then...
That one might be at the start.
Oh, okay, maybe. Oh yeah, because he'd be nervous. Then... the time? I guess the time here... So then that doesn't, like... Oh, okay, I guess it is before. Okay, so yeah, that's before he got... And they're saying... 2 for 7?
Apparently, I don't know if it's page 7 or just like the 7th one.
Oh, the 7th one.
So it might be 2 and then 3.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it that way and see. Because, like, the other one doesn't have as much blood. And also the order would be wrong if they... Okay, let's...
Here's exactly
also, I don't
what
think there was
happened.
any blood on the first, like, one where he bopped
Before
by.
anything,
Yeah.
the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Pillsbury Doughboy.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The
He's become a
murderous
great
duo
ape.
intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed
It's more
him,
funny that Hifumi got
making
the
it the
jump
scene
on
of the
Taka
first
of all
murder.
the-
I mean, Taka's a little out of it.
That's true.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4,
But-
which was left there in the equipment room.
He wasn't in the state anymore.
Yeah.
The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
It's like when you release, what's the joke? Releasing 5 pigs into a, no, it's 4 pigs into a Walmart. One is painted 1, 2, and 4. No, 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 5. You like 1, 2, or 1, 2, 4, and 5 or whatever. You skip a number. It's like that joke, kinda. I don't know if you've heard that joke.
Nope.
Oh, there's like a joke saying that like a good prank would be to release like 4 pigs into a place and number them all but one of the numbers, like in the middle.
So someone thinks he's still a pig.
Yeah.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene. In which he himself had apparently been brutally
This
murdered.
is magical girl transformation into a corpse.
Magic corpse.
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Shoujo manga flowers. Oh, the bows almost look like horns in that, like, angle.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
One could say she took a gamble.
I lost?
Sorry, luck beats gambling.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
Taiko?
Everyone's gonna say it differently. She's like Taiko, like a taiko drum, but yeah, Taiko is like closer, I guess.
You finally accepted.
Yeah, Taiko.
Sega?
Sega.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
As long as I haven't fully lost it, I'll keep fighting. Alright, I've lost. Fuck, god damn it.
How many coins? 1,000.
Pretty good.
I guess because you're supposed to do the other type of draw instead of just single pull, but...
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end.
No, I'm ready to end. I bet it's gonna be like a roulette wheel or something.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote.
Oddly enough, I feel like this is the most adult thing to do. It's like, I got caught.
Get this over with.
And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
The B movie.
Yeah, unless somebody's like suicidal, they're gonna vote for Celeste.
Chihiro comes up.
Yeah, Chihiro did it. We're done. We're ready. We're ready all to die.
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Blacken this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Lutenberg, or more precisely, Taeko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
Okay, Roy, your time to shine has finally come. You have waited 2.5 hours for this.
She's muted.
Darling, honey, baby.
Oh, hi.
Okay. Sorry. Shut up, Shrek.
You're so upset by what Shrimp said you missed all what I just did.
And remember,
Okay,
no German this time.
Okay, just like as American as you can sound. You're
I
just
lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all.
Well, it probably almost worked if you didn't fucking cave Hifumi's skull in.
Yeah.
Shut up, Ruby! Okay. Hifumi's, what's
ineptitude.
Ineptitude. Okay, Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder.
I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying.
Hehe, my specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
Short
So
of
then-
skin.
Then did you use
I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right to get Hifumi to act as my accomplice.
Indeed.
I used her.
Okay, that way. I think what they were going for was a different implication, but yeah. I think they did that on purpose, though.
For everyone who's still that, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but
Stares directly at Makoto. I'll avoid mentioning it by name.
I think the more funny part is we know that the idea of using her body wouldn't have worked on Hifumi.
Yeah.
it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into.
Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation.
Fuck off.
I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
Fucking act like you're out of the loop.
Yeah, I know.
You were listening
Your
to the
guys'
trial.
friends. Why won't you guys let me be your friend? This is all because you excluded me in high school.
What the heck?
In other words,
Then you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with.
Hehe, right again? How smart. Last night after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
Technically, this isn't a flashback we've had before.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put this voice on him because I still don't fucking like him. What are you doing here?
Actually,
Oh,
哎，你怎么让猫进来？
no, the figures in the
不
background.
行，我的房间很干净。I was hoping that I could talk to you alone.
The room at least has some personality to it.
Or what
It's
does?
about what was stolen.
Oh, his room. Okay.
It's the cat. My sister's in my room, and she let a cat in, and I say, hey, don't let a cat in. The fur will be all like everywhere. I don't want that because my room is pink. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
Fumi's got figures and stuff in the back in his room. But they all kind of look like mythical creatures rather than like a few of them are anime girls, but most of them are like kaiju.
A large like figure behind Celeste's like drill, but
yeah. Oh yeah, that is something like I think that's a cutout or something, but that is like very large.
What?
Oh no! Oh Jesus Christ! That wasn't a thing.
What?
On the right side of the screen above Hifumi's shoulder, that is a Hifumi-sized pudgy princess cosplay.
Oh, jeez. 天哪！哎呀呀！oil.
Are you still processing the room shrimp? Oh. Because I think the shoes that you saw like behind her drill and thought was a giant figure is a cosplay. Yeah.
Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
What?
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it?
She really played all three of them. As it turned out.
Oh, or that one is Celestial, I think. But
it is. It is in fact Celeste's inner monologue. Right.
Oh, okay. As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera.
I'm just gonna look at his room real quick. It says Kakuto ladies. So assumably another like chubby lady thing.
Yeah. Seems to be all very specifically pudgy princess themed. Which a little
it's fine,
odd.
yeah.
Mostly just like the show as a whole called Pudgy Princess just feels awkward.
Yeah.
It's still you, Roy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd taken you know what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there.
I think this is like her talking to the audience or to the people who are listening to her in game.
I deleted the pictures as soon as I showed into Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
Just cursed.
Grim. So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
Oh yeah.
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
I didn't use any of my lying skills. I just used what was, readily available. My lying skills. He did.
As for me...
He came to my room last night, unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He tried to abuse me.
what?
And he took pictures. He said if I didn't do as he asked, he will show them to everyone.
What did he take those pictures? You're the only one with a camera.
Celeste.
Also, it's Taka. Yeah.
Celeste.
Taka's the one guy that wouldn't.
there's also one other problem. If someone did that, I think Sakura would just beat the shit.
Yeah, go to Sakura instead and have her be your
And
accomplice.
Exactly. This lie is like really obvious. So I asked Sakura to beat him up. Okay, I have no choice. I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. Just like my intelligence being this low, I should be getting disability.
I mean, he should be. He's obviously got some sort of gland issue to be that fat in Japan.
Look at my neck. I'm part toad.
To be that overweight in Japan, you have to have a gland issue, I feel like. Unless you're just, like, eating only junk food.
Disease. I knew he'd gotten a little crazy, but also he snapped and became more gay.
Yeah.
Why would he go do any of that with Celeste?
Mm-hmm.
Also,
if anything, Makoto's more at risk because it's a thing about femboys, too.
yeah. Fucking there's a little special about it. If he did, abuse her. Pretty fucking obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never imagined he would go further beyond.
I mean, if Taka really did abuse Celeste, there must have some like wounds and injuries and bruises on her face.
Yeah.
Yeah, also Taka's like not weak from what we saw.
Yeah, she wouldn't be walking.
We saw his body in the sauna. He
Yeah. So this lie is very stupid. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
Enjoyable is that word?
Enjoyable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I say that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it did so like endurable. I thought maybe it was because like the J is like weirdly close to the O.
Enjoyable. That was. Okay.
Yeah. Endurable.
Enjoy.
Shut up, Ruby.
I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life.
Women are queens.
No, why would I say that?
The unforgivable!
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to
Oh, he said the F word for the first time in his life.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
What?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. By all means, who's her?
Oh, her is the is alter ego the laptop.
Oh. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean. Also, at the same time, this would be a trap solicited by you telling me, and telling me that he also abused you, and then telling me that he's going to kill me would make me not want to go.
Taka is going to try to kill you. Hafumi, please. Let's kill him
I kill
together.
you first.
Yeah, let's kill Taka together.
indeed.
Let's have a murder date. And also he can keep her to himself.
I feel like somehow it'd be more believable she actually did bribe him with her body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bastard.
It's me.
I know.
That bastard.
Yeah, that bastard.
Look at my pear-shaped ears.
At least you've got 2 ears here and not 3.
I look like I'm 3 foot tall and a JRPG character. Bastard.
Honestly.
Yeah, so let's have a murder date and let's murder Taka together. Can we allow him continue with this barbaric acts?
Oh, there is a typo there.
Barbaric.
Or no, can we allow him continue? It's missing a 2.
Yeah.
It's missing a 2.
Also, you said it correct, Roy. Don't worry. I just wanted to say barbaric.
Yeah, but barbaric is the right way.
Acts.
Yeah, you said it right. You said barbaric.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
How could I?
I swear I will save her!
It's kind of funny, the way they carried over this like bit about the soft voice guy switching to like the deep voice in the Isomnium Files too. The protagonist in that one, he's like typically like your typical like Japanese protagonist, like with the black hair and like kind of calm demeanor, but he's got like some sort of like mental illness where sometimes he goes like he like puts on an All Might voice like for no reason.
Yeah, I feel like that character's better than Hifumi.
Yeah, but I feel like it's like started this idea of like the like I will save her type of attitude came from Hifumi.
Actually,
Vin, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Hee hee. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. Hee hee.
Yeah, here she literally just says hee hee.
Also, you're right. He should die.
Yeah.
Hee hee hee. And with that is complete.
Eh? What are you talking about?
We're going to have a murder date, Ruby. Oh, nothing. Hee Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that Aiton had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as they can still drive people mad. It was see.
Calling it her in this case is actually really funny because I think that movie was already out by then too. The movie called Her about a guy in love with his laptop.
The more funny thing is they've actually started calling it her now when they're calling here. It's, again,
I'm thinking they maybe use like some like neutral pronoun in Japanese.
Yeah, but it's so really fucking awkward. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real plan in the book, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the vase and generate body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
I guess
I
it's
don't
because he's
think
got
anyone
like
else could have done it.
yeah, I guess it's because he's got like cosplay making skills or whatever. But like, how'd he know Hiro's measurements? Was there like a day where Hifumi walked up to Hiro and like stealthily like pulled out a measuring tape and it's like, hey, can you hold this for me?
I mean, he's a manga artist, so you can probably hide
the artist eye or whatever. But still, it's just kind of funny.
But
so why did you decide to make me the suspect?
Because you are stupid!
That's him!
Let's see.
Yeah, Steven. And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stability surpasses my every expectation. Hee hee. Life must have been tough on your parents, though.
I feel like I could cry.
You should. She just destroyed you.
Well.
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dad?
What she's asking... what... Let me explain for the one. What she's asking
Let me
is...
explain this.
What was Hifumi supposed to do after that? Assuming you had actually let him live.
Are you okay with this?
Oh, that's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead when someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded he was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on.
Yeah, word is verge, meaning like almost.
Verge. Okay,
in this
verge.
case.
The badge of death.
Yeah, the badge of verge.
Verged. Okay, verged.
And she really believed that?
Hee hee. Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Afumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hafumi would have an alibi, but so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it.
Technically, you could have had somebody dead by that time, to be honest.
Yeah.
She could have just pushed Yoshihiro
In the pool. Yeah.
It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical.
That's actually a very good idea, Shrimp. She could have just pushed Yoshihiro into the pool and made it seem like he fell while trying to like dispose of evidence or whatever. Like make it like he was like washing the hammers off or something in the pool and he fell in because the suit's poorly constructed.
Or like a Justice Hammer Zero there or something.
Read that one, I think.
Yes, I read that one.
I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hafumi ate it up. The Justice Hammer Zero. He believed the lie wholeheartedly right up until the moment of his death.
Actually, think about it. Celeste wouldn't have even broken the two-person kill rule.
Yeah, because she orchestrated the entire thing. So as long as maybe she like went up to a Monokuma camera and like explained her plan and said, "Hifumi really has nothing to do with this. I am the murderer," or whatever. She could have still maybe been the survivor.
Well, she also could have still killed Hifumi.
Yeah, Oh yeah, because that's only 2 deaths. I don't know if it's 2 deaths per day or 2 deaths per person. I guess it's 2 deaths per person. Yeah.
Each person can only kill 2 people.
Which then would really confuse the situation, because then they'd have like no. I mean, they could also make it
to explain stuff.
It would also make it seem like maybe like Hifumi just died of like his injuries after the fact or whatever.
Or Yoshihiro drops a can. Couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
So in the end...
So, you have planned it? You have planned to kill him all along. Hee hee. But of course.
After thinking about it, having...
There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What do you think?
If she just threw Yoshihiro in the water and let him drown while drugged, the only one that they could have pointed their fingers at, even with some uncertainty, was,
Yeah, and it would have looked like an accident because, like, he was wearing that clunky suit.
So she might have actually gotten away with it if she killed Yoshihiro.
Yeah.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well...
Oh, because... Sam? That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
No, you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No. He derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money?
Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true.
Do you remember more funny? Monokuma just laid out a single $20 bill.
Yeah.
But that's not all there is to it.
$20 is $20.
$20 is $20. Don't worry about it, Roy.
It's a meme. $20 is $20.
Oh.
It's about doing anything for $20.
I think I kind of heard about this joke. Like I'm not gay. I'm never gonna suck a dick.
Exactly. Yes, that is one of the primary ones of. I'm not gay,
$20
but
is
$20 is $20.
Yeah.
From the moment our new life here began, my only thought have been escape.
But
all along you've been saying how we've had to accept living here.
Her poker face plan is the same as mine. Keep lying no matter what, all the time, so no one can tell when you're telling the truth or lying. That's my Among Us strategy as well.
My Among Us strategy is just stay fucking silent. No one asks you a
We
question.
should play
You'll say
Among Us
anything.
together sometime.
Yeah, my Among Us strategy is to keep talking no matter what, regardless of if I'm the murderer or not.
Yeah, we have opposite strategies.
Yeah.
Act cool.
Is that is keep talking? Mine's if you're not asked a question, why put your voice out there? You're likely just gonna fuck up and say something wrong.
Because it's more gratifying to win as the imposter than it is to win as the survivors or whatever. That's why it's like I don't care about my survivor rounds as much as I do my imposter round. So sabotaging myself on a survivor round doesn't matter if it saves me on an imposter round. That's my my way of doing it because there is no like actual stakes. If there are actual stakes, maybe my plan would be to just be quiet. But since there are no stakes, I can sabotage myself on other rounds.
There's one time I play Among Us with my friends, and at that round or that time, I'm pretty good at Among Us. So at the next round, I was talking, but I'm the imposter, but they didn't know. And then they say, I think Roy's what Roy says really like reasonable, but I think we should vote her out first because she's just too good at this game.
Roy is too stinky or sneaky, not stinky, sneaky.
Nah, stinky.
Stinky.
Yeah, so and that round I'm the imposter, so I was like, hey, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, but it's been a long time since last time I played Among Us. Maybe we should play Among Us sometime.
Yeah, sometime. We got a lot of people on Wednesdays, but you're busy on Wednesdays. We'll figure out a day.
Yeah.
Also read the slide.
You little bitch!
Obviously, that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hate it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
You little motherfucker bitch! I want to get out! Every day was fresh torture.
It really isn't though.
Yes.
Yeah, how fuck they make amenities like
they could have all played poker together and she could have gotten her rocks off.
And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream.
to open a fancy little hotel.
Yeah.
What is it? Bed and breakfast?
Yeah, exactly. I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical.
So it's metaphor, which is like, you know what a metaphor is?
I don't know.
A metaphor is like, I think it's comparing things. It's saying like sick like a dog type of stuff. So it's something like a something is a metaphor. And so a metaphorical killing is saying she was making a killing but in like money and not by killing. But then now she's gonna turn around and say, so of course killing wasn't that far off or something like that.
Oh, metaphorical. Okay. To make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream. lying on a bed
I'll
with
do
Xena.
Makoto. And what was this dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
It was kind of the bed in Breakfast Land.
To live in European castle with like a bat breakfast. No, have breakfast on a bed with Xenon lying beside me every day.
A castle.
Hee hee. And together, handsome man from what?
I think it's about power rather than the men themselves, though. It's about power, so it's like not that.
Oh. And together, pretty girls from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards.
Slash vampires.
Slash vampires.
I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my airy needs.
Satisfy.
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 Satisfy. And satisfy my airy need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly
aesthetic world.
Aesthetic world.
Aesthetic is like
Gunpla. Make aesthetic.
I mean, those aren't aesthetic, but it's like you're a theme kind of. Aesthetic's like a theme.
Pastel.
Yeah. It's like it's a theme. So themed world of decadence.
Oh, aesthetic world of descendants.
Decadence. Decadence is like overindulgence. Wealth.
I'm missing the PA.
Yeah.
Decadence.
Descendants.
What is decadence?
So it's like wealth, money, food, power. It's like an overconsumption.
Okay.
Also, something funny. I love how in her perfect world she doesn't have the fucking drills.
Yeah. Because I think in her perfect world she can have a different hairstyle every day. So she's like got it back in this one because it'd be uncomfortable to sit in that chair with it as drills, assumably, or something.
I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine. Living the rest of my life, there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. To have like 3 girls with me every day.
Oh, nice.
Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality.
I think so far this is the most selfish reason.
Yeah.
I got right to the age, but
because everyone else was like, I gotta get out to like make sure my family, friends, and like co-workers are all okay.
I mean, I don't have family.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that's everybody else's thing, and she does have family. Her family's like rich and like stuffy or something because they like were grooming her to be like the perfect like little heiress daughter from like what she's talked about.
If that's so, why would she want to dream like that if her parents is a really rich?
They might not. I guess they could have been poor or whatever. But I think it's like, but though she talked about having a personal tutor though. I think maybe her parents' goal for her was to be like a trophy wife or something, because that would be a subversion of being a trophy wife. Would be to have an anti-harem. That's my guess, is that maybe she was like being raised to be like a perfect little trophy wife. We might get some more information here.
Unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. So, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You're so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh.
Oh, are you asking me to feel guilty? Oh, that's so naive. That's a pointless and
Endeavor, like a job, like a task. I guess a task.
Getting hit really fucking hard and standing.
Pointless endeavor.
Is that like a play on like My Hero or something, Shrimp? Why'd you say it that like that?
No, I was just saying like endeavor to like stay standing and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay. Because there's a in My Hero Academia, and I'm saying to Roy, in My Hero Academia, there's a hero called Endeavor, and he's like the fire hero or whatever. But it means just kind of like being tough or whatever.
He's also
he's an asshole.
Kind of a massively abusive father.
Yeah.
I think nothing of
sacrificing
others. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Hee Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
Yeah, because Aoi is assuming everyone is a, what is it? There's a word, an actor, like an intelligent actor, that's the word. They're like under the assumption that everyone's an intelligent actor, whereas and she's like, nah, my goals are like above your like comprehension.
What is this?
What we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? Rational actor, that's I think the word I was wanting, not whatever I said before.
Yeah, but I was also really fucking naive.
Yeah. Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared?
My ability to lie is unrivaled.
Unrivaled.
Unrivaled. It is unrivaled.
So it's three. There's three parts. Unrivaled.
Unrivaled. Oh,
there you go.
Unraveled.
My ability to lie is unrivaled. It's so hard to say the word. My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just in other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscience deceives the unconscious.
I lie to myself every day.
I wake up and I lie to myself, but I don't know how long it's going to last.
And that's why you're not scared?
Yes,
it's indeed. A meme?
Yeah, it's a meme.
I'll see if I can find it for you after.
That's right. I don't fear death. Tell me however you like. I don't give a fuck. But you know, if I could be reincarnated.
Another word.
It's reincarnated.
Reincarnated, reborn, like with the karma stuff or whatever. Like she wants like in another life.
轮回. Yeah, 轮回. Okay, if I had a chance to have 轮回, if I had a chance, then
a choice.
If I had a choice, I mean, if I had a choice, then
isn't it wonderful?
I think I will be. I think I will. I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette. Antoinette.
Surprisingly close.
Yeah, it's a famous French queen.
Oh.
The one who says, "Let them eat cake."
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey.
You'd just get executed again.
Hee hee.
I mean, that does fit with her decadence thing, because Marie Antoinette is famous for her decadence. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she couldn't fool her own feelings. But that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
We go.
Oh, it's me, fucko!
You're all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. I slapped my thigh to get into character.
I don't know why I waited this long to have you guys do that weird fucking speech. I should have hit this button sooner.
Okay, then let's get rolling. The blackened disturbed the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is... I'm surprised her line was that voice acted, but not Kyoko's.
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important.
This feels like this should have been Junko's non-California girl voice instead of Celeste.
Well then,
人之将死，其言也善。
take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Okay, so there's a saying in Mandarin called 人之将死，其言也善. It means that even this, like this guy is so evil, but when he last minute of his life, he would do the right thing, or he will say like kind words.
Yeah.
Last of his life.
There's one where it's like everyone becomes Christian when they're about to die or whatever. Like everyone prays when they're about to die.
Yeah. 人之将死，其言也善. That's the word.
Remember how they brought up like
Understand.
Marie Antoinette and stuff
Yeah.
earlier?
Well, she was executed with her head cut off, but still, this is somewhat, yeah.
It was still around the time in which
Yeah,
the
the
witch
witch-
trials
yeah.
and stuff started taking place.
Yeah.
The bear is so cute.
It's so solemn. That's kind of nice how solemn this one is. Like, this is the first one that's been, like, solemn. The other ones have almost been, like, exciting. Okay, here we go, maybe. But this one is, like, solemn.
Like a witch? It's a witch trial.
Yeah. Okay, here's the action. So I'm like,
You thought it was going to say solemn the whole time.
Here we go on.
Fool! No, she dies from suddenly firefighter shock.
I'm a oil. 哎呦喂呀!
You thought she was going to die from incineration. No, she dies from getting hit by a truck.
And the car hit on her.
Little firefighter Monokuma.
I think I do remember that execution of just like, yes, sudden subversion of expectations.
I'll take, or no,
Does it say it's 1:05 a.m.? Do we want to pause here?
Yeah, I guess we can. That way we can have like a little preamble next time.
A nice little warm up.
Now I gotta decide if I'm gonna keep going today or end today. I think after last night, we'll go ahead and just do kind of short today. Maybe if I'm feeling up to it, I'll do a week time stream. I know I said I might do Monster Hunter for Roy, but we can just chit chat. Okay.
I'm fine with both way.
We got a low enough amount of chatters where I don't have to raid anybody either. So that way I can let my chat like quarantine a little longer before I raid to anyone, because I didn't, even though I had like a substantial amount of viewers last night, I didn't want to raid to anyone just in case I would like draw their attention somewhere else. So I'll let my thing quarantine until Wednesday, and then depending on how many people I have at the end of Wednesday, I'll raid. Okay, but that's it for tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow no stream, the day after no stream. Maybe I'll do a week time stream if I'm awake during the week and feeling in a good mood, but my mood for the week has kind of been spoiled. Hanging out with Shrimp and Roy did like help improve my like mood a bit, but I'm still a little bit miffed. But we'll see how the week goes. Wednesday will be probably some more Void Crew. And then or Baldur's, yeah. Depends on who we have, because like now that we've included 2 other people, we gotta also be mindful of more people's schedules.
We don't we haven't technically included.
Yeah, I know they're temporary.
Void Crew.
Yeah, they're temps right now, but still, we'll discuss with who we have, what we'll end up doing Wednesday. Because Wednesday is always decided like an hour before Wednesday, before the stream. Friday will hopefully be some D&D. Maybe Soul will be back, I don't know. He still responds to messages, so like it's not like he's like fully fallen off. And then same with Saturday, we don't know. It depends on if Soul comes back. So everything's up in the air until we find out who's gonna be back and when. But that's it for tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Nighty night, sleep tight, don't get bit tonight. Yep, it's punishment time. Your punishment is no raid.
Punishment of death.
Yeah, the punishment for no mods being here yesterday is death. Good night, goodbye.